Hello, and welcome to Gehenna Gaming, where we tell dark stories and support inclusivity in gaming. I am Dustin, using he, they pronouns, and I'll be the MC for the finale of Pasión de las Pasiones in Fear and Love, which is a game of drama, deceit, betrayal, romance, and just things that you can never expect to find in TTRPG. You'll never. Every time I sat down for this game to run it, my notes are out the window. So just be prepared for that. Um, just so really quick, this is the final episode, so things are gonna get a little buck wild. Content warnings are gonna be there's gonna be some violence, romance, suggestive themes, betrayal, maybe some fire, depending how the last episode went, supernatural themes, and possible death. Before we introduce our players and begin our game, a few things. Just like to thank the sponsors Die Hard Dice, 1985 Games, and Session Zero Clothing. If you use code Gehenna and check out any of these TTRPG companies, get 10% off on all your purchases. But yeah, let's get to know our wonderful players. Let's go ahead and start with Kristina. Who are you and who are you playing?
Hi everyone, I'm Kristina Sisto Kindle, and I am going to be playing Julian Soto, who uses he, they pronouns, and I use any pronouns.
Wonderful. Hector, who are you and who are you playing?
Hi, my name is Hector. My pronouns are he, they. I'm going to be playing Marcel Carlos Salgado, and he has he, him pronouns, and he is La Bella.
Juni, who are you and who are you playing?
Hi, I'm Juni Ruiz, very nerdy dad, and I'm going to be playing Don Sebastian de la Vega. Both he, him, preferably he just prefers Don as his pronoun, like just that is it. But yeah.
And last, certainly not least, Alyssa, who are you and who are you playing?
Hello, I'm Alyssa. I use they, them pronouns, and I am playing Ramira Reyes, who uses she, they pronouns. And Ramira is La Venganza, the vengeance.
Wonderful, wonderful. So this, if you count up the last episode, more or less where we left our players, most of them, is outside of the studio as Ramira was being rushed out of a burning building. And Julian and Marcel was arriving, expecting to find some chisme and some evidence of some very spooky stuff happening, only to see half the studio on fire. But before we get to our last times on, let's go to Juni. What was Sebastian doing last time on In Fear and Love?
I was worried for this show that I have that has been my life for so long, and just for the first time in a long time being worried about its future. And my option feature that I chose was you manipulated your name onto a lease contractor deed. And even outside the knowledge of my right hand Epifanio, I had orchestrated and worked out some contracts to how do I say, get some important holdings in some way, shape, or form that would either ensure the safety or the well-being of the show, or make it so I can dictate and ensure that the show goes, that things go the way they should. But I keep my hands clean, so it was to the point where very few people would have known. So I was just having some. I would guess what time was the fire? Like what time?
That was actually the evening. They went over there after they had drinks with one Pilar Jimenez.
Okay, but I was not there for the day essentially, or for a good
Correct.
portion. Yeah, that was essentially like imagine like an extended power lunch, that a shadowy power lunch that extended for a very long time. That would have kept me away from other people, and I would have been out of touch, radio silence for a little bit.
Okay.
How bad
Okay.
did I mess things up for you?
Not at all.
Okay,
In fact, I'm gonna.
I changed my answer.
Too late.
Don Sebastian is pregnant. No.
So I'm going to, because of this and because how I like this, go ahead and you're gonna have one hold to add one to any of your rolls later into the game,
Okay.
and I have one hold that will relate to this
There.
that we may find out later in this episode.
Okay.
And yeah, let's say the camera is kind of at this power lunch, and it just zooms in on you signing this last stack of papers, putting your pen on the table, and the camera is going to pan away, and we're going to go to Julian. What was your last timeline?
So I saved this one for last because I love it. You came so very, very, very close to kissing someone you shouldn't. So I think that someone is going to be our luchador. That makes sense. But this is going to have to be more of a flashback. And I think Leon's been like racked with guilt about it. And I'm trying to think about when would be the right time for it.
I may have some input for this.
Okay.
So it was a couple nights ago, and this was for some you were hanging around for some like rehearsals for that, and there was a scene actually that was about the script that y'all got last episode, the one before it got really wild when Pilar was introduced to one for Marcel. And you were there, and one is being introduced as like this like almost antagonist to Rufio. I believe that's the name I gave for Marcel's character, the character for the character. And so, but it's outside, it's at a pool, and you see Juan getting out of the pool, shirt off, and just you are fanning yourself at just how they're luchadors, even if they're like not like big, they're still built. And they're actually going to walk over to you, and as you walk over to them, something that they were told you about that you didn't really get to see is that there's very visible top surgery scars on their chest. And they kind of look at the camera, do like the blue steel almost. And then as soon as they're like, the scene is done, they actually like walk over to you, like that facade gone, and being excited. It's like, what do you think? You think that's this is like the scene, right?
Yes. I have many thoughts. They're all good. Well, good. They're good.
Uh-huh.
Not to put morality on things. I'm sorry. You're just you look good. Really good.
And they're gonna put an arm on your shoulder, or a hand on your shoulder, and just like, again, thank you. You have no idea how much it's gonna mean. This is like actually out. And
Leon steps a little closer, just following the mood, starts to lean in, just like, I'm so excited for you. It's going to mean so much for so many people.
Yeah, and it's all. And then as they're maybe 6 inches from your face, You just hear Sam in the background is like, Juan, we got ready for the next scene. And Juan turns around and is like, oh, okay. And they look back at you, give you like a reassuring squeeze, like, we'll see you around.
See you around. Shit.
And the camera is gonna turn like from your face down to the water as it's rippling and gonna go in and come out, and we're gonna see where Marcel, what were you doing last time?
So I have this idea. I picked that I went out drinking, and that after drinking I went out to like have some food, do the responsible thing, right? Got a meal, got in my beautiful car, was driving, but I didn't see the mysterious person, you know, in all black, like sneaking away as I get into my car, and someone cut my brakes. And I picked you. You slammed your beautiful shiny car into something.
How recently do you want this to be?
I kind of want this to be like very recent. Like the airbags came up. I'm fine, but I have some bruising, and I had to spend the night in the hospital and deal with cops, and I'm very upset. And my new car that Don Sebastian bought for me is like totaled, and I'm really upset.
Okay, yeah, I think this happened.
Or helped me buy. He didn't like buy it, but he like co-signed, you know, so that I could pay for it with my own money.
That's what I let him think.
This let's say this happened sometime between episode 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
So enough time for you to do this, but there's still so much going on that you just like you didn't really get to talk about it.
Right.
And yeah, this just like it wasn't even a new used car, it was a new car.
Mm-hmm.
And you see again that figure kind of sneaking back out of view, and then it's gonna be like a montage of scenes of you crashing your car into a tree, your takeout flying everywhere, and you in the hospital, just bruised, like concussion. And then we're gonna see back to that same silhouette figure, and that figure is actually the same one that we've been seeing in the room cutscenes every now and then. And you see them puff out smoke from a cigarette and put it out on the ashtray. And then the camera is going to go to dear Ramira. What happened last time?
So we cut over to Ramira, who was in her car after that dinner with Pilar and Marcel and Julian, and her hands are tightly clenched on the steering wheel. And you can hear over the car's audio Pilar's voicemail message. And so she's just like squeezing her hands on the steering wheel, like, come on, pick up. And the voicemail beeps. And so she says, Pilar, we're on the same side. I, Verena Medina Flores, swear on the grave of my mother that I am dedicated to this cause. We will destroy Don Sebastian and everything he holds dear, but I need to know who I can trust. Please. And at that moment, she pulls into the studio parking lot and hangs up and grabs a lighter from her glove box and gets out of the car.
And the camera follows as you walk to the studio, and we all know what happens next. But you left your phone in the car because you can't leave all the evidence. And you just see a text. There's just like that. It's from Pilar. It just says, meet me in my office. But you never got that text. And we are gonna cut to just maybe a few hours after where we last left off. You, would Sebastian, would you have gone back to the studio at this point?
Yeah, I would have gone back.
Okay, I'm sure you probably got dozens of messages from almost everyone on staff as well. So.
Oh yeah. I will get to them, or have Epifanio get to them when that happens. But focusing, I had to do something. I don't know. I have like these the features, the scheme feature, and like 3 of them all basically tie into what I did last time. So I'll let you choose which one thematically works the best, but all the things apparently tie into whatever I just did without realizing it. So I've tied up a lot of loose ends. I'm feeling a little better, and I guess I would did the fire happen late at night, like, or just like evening after, like, was it like 10, 11, 12, or is it like 5 or 6 or something like that?
It was definitely later in the night. So like, yeah, I would say right now, it's about like 11:45.
Okay, so I would have already been back, but not like, I don't know, not made myself available to everybody, or been like seen a lot of places. I might have taken one of my obscure hideaway trailers, like that's more on the outskirts of the lot when I want to just get away, or enough where it's just like, I'm back, I'm here if I need to attend to something, but I'm still just taking time for me, and maybe tying up any other loose ends, replying to the messages that are more urgent, and whatever sequence that I feel is important. And then I guess fire trucks, or in some way, shape, or form, I would be alerted that something's going on out there, and it's not just in the catch up, like something's happening, and that's when I would be made aware of shenanigans on the lot.
Okay, yeah, and I would say you're there on the outskirts. You hear the fire engines coming at this point, and where is Marcel and Julian? Because last time when you were just pulling up, expecting to meet Ramira there.
Oh, Marcel's gonna go ahead and call the fire department, essentially, and get some people out here, and then incredibly recklessly head there to see if there's anybody that needs to get out of the fire.
Yeah, full on chismoso mode, like, let's go see what's happening.
Okay, and as y'all are kind of like running towards it, you actually see that not too far away from the set, probably like a bench that's outside, but like away from the specific studio, you see Ramira like wrapped in a coat much bigger than they are. You see Kristina kind of just like standing there, like rapidly typing something on their phone, but also like looking at the fire.
What's
Shit.
happening? What happened?
It was him. I told you it was him. And Dusty, could I do a flashback to preparation, please?
Go for it, please.
Oh.
Okay, so the questions for preparation are, did you have plenty of time to do it? And do you want me to tell you what I wanted to do first?
Tell me what you want to do first, yeah.
I would like... We've all seen Don Sebastian smoking around set. And I would like for the lighter that I pulled out of my glove box, the lighter that I used to set this fire and then left at the scene of the crime, to be identical to one of his.
Please roll. You are sticking to the plan. I don't think you'd have had anyone else looking out for you. I'll give you've had plenty of time to do it. You would have had any time in the past couple weeks to look at their lighter.
I imagine that Ramira just has like a box of things that I might use to frame Don Sebastian somewhere. Okay, that is a 10 plus 1 for 11. And I am choosing to fabricate a piece of evidence, which is having left that lighter in the room and having it be, I guess, not completely melted by the time the fire is put out.
Absolutely beautiful. By the way, don't you have a move that you do at the beginning of each session?
I do. I have... Sorry.
You have the plan, right?
So... It's the finale. I am all in here. My target of the plan is Don Sebastian. Have I recently been pleasant with them? No, he's been mysteriously out of order. Did I target someone else this last session? Yes, I was targeting Pilar. And are things going well for them? Apparently he was off signing some important papers, which seems like things were going well. Okay, so that is a 9, which means I get 2 hold for my shenanigans in the future.
Okay. But yeah, for flashback preparations, on 10 plus, you get that. So yeah, you have, as Marcel and Julian are kind of looking at, and now Christopher's like looking at you as they are approaching, you procure this lighter, not melted, doesn't actually seem to have that many singe marks on it, but you have it, and it does look very similar to the ones that everyone here has seen.
I grabbed this. I know I shouldn't have gone ahead and looked again before you got here, but I was so, I don't know, I had a weird feeling, and I went down, and the door, someone...
Why did you go alone? Why didn't you call us? Like, we agreed that we were going to go together, that this was dangerous.
So dangerous.
You could have died, Ramira. And I'm going to try and spot something out of place. Because I'm just that mad and upset about this. I feel like something's wrong. Okay, let's see here. Have I been intimate with the person recently? No. Am I free of other distractions?
I'm gonna say not necessarily, because there's still the fire raging. You hear the fire trucks now approaching the sirens, so you're still a little distracted. But are you approaching this head on? Are you the center of attention? Is yours?
I'd say if I'm being loud,
Yes. I'll say so. I'll give you that.
Okay. All right. Let's roll some dice. 2d6 plus 1. Oh, I rolled a 6 and a 4, so a total of 11.
Nice. So yeah, on a 7 to 9, or no, you got 11. So you get to ask 2 questions from the list below. If you want to ask one that just kind of like, actually, these kind of, yeah. Go ahead and ask the questions.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay, these are all good. How does your character feel about Don Sebastian?
Hatred at this point, but Marcel, he just tried to burn me alive. Anyone would feel hatred for him.
That's true. What are you planning?
I am going to get everyone to believe that Don Sebastian started this fire, because he did.
Why do you believe that Don Sebastian did this?
Ramira waves the lighter. I told you about the room, and now this is his trademark. He must have been trying to. I don't.
What
cover
are you?
his tracks?
No.
Can I flash back to preparation real quick? And if this is to, and this is something where I'm legit, this is Juni going, if this is too of a jerk move, let's strike it and pretend it never happened. But can I roll to see what if you just said this is his trademark? What if I just gave a bunch of people lighters, like as like a holiday
I was about
gift?
to ask.
Could Marcel just have one in his pocket too? It's like he gave everybody these things, you know what I mean? Like, and
I was just about to do that.
And if it's like a real, if I roll real bad, then it's like they're either not like it at all, and it's a cheap knockoff, and it's clearly distinguishable. Or what if I roll, what if I just gave everybody the same damn lighter? I'm like, I want everybody to have this class. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's actually Don Sebastian branded lighters.
That's
they're
what
all
I mean.
monograms.
I'm just like, it's like, this is plausible. I don't want to be a jerk, but this kind of, I don't know, this might work.
I was going to do something similar to that. Like, I was going to be like, I have one just like this. Does this mean I'm guilty too? Like,
like if you do, that's one thing, but I'm like, what if everybody had, like, there's a guy at the sandwich shop, like, he's like, hey, I got one too.
So,
like, just like everybody's got them.
what if I give you this? I'll have you roll, reveal a shocking truth.
Okay. Are you allowed to do more than one of those in the game, or is it just like, is that just a move?
This
or
is just a move.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, do you only get one? Because I'm gonna hold on to that one. Okay, yeah. All right.
And I will allow you to do this on behalf of Marcel's character, because if this is true, then Marcel will have the evidence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And do I keep my hands clean? No, my fingerprints are literally on this. It says Don Sebastian.
I will say, for this one, you do mark a condition.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do I keep? I have some checked off. Do I just keep whatever ones I had before, or
reset
is
it
fresh?
at the beginning of the session?
Do I pick? You pick whichever one. What?
I think just because it's very like on brand, do introspective.
Okay.
And then basically you're gonna roll with the amount of conditions marked, so you'll add the +1 to this.
Okay.
And then, are you keeping your hands clean? I would say yes as well.
Yes, I mean only because this is like it has my name on it and my hands are all over it, so it's not like, oh, no one knows that Don Sebastian.
Well, I mean, like if it's you're keeping your hands clean, saying that like everyone's gonna have.
Okay.
This.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So +2 and oh, okay, that's 7, 8. So I don't know.
Let's see. Okay, so yeah, on 7 to 9, you choose one. I mean, I think you have unequivocal evidence that this is true. So I could say that we could choose that one, and then Marcel would have the ability to just pull out one of these lighters as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so this is what I'm gonna do, okay? Because this is gonna chain off of a move that I want to do. And he's like, "Are you serious, Ramira? Are you serious?" He's gonna go into his goes into his pocket, right? And then he just pulls out another lighter.
Digging for it. You're really digging in.
I have a lighter just like that one. You think I'm guilty too? Why are you lying? What is the truth? And I'm going to accuse Ramira of lying.
Also, I'm just going to say, I'm going to give that Ramira has to act with desperation when acting against Marcel.
Oh,
yeah.
No. Do I have an audience? Yes. Do I have evidence? Yes. Am I making myself the center of attention? I think so. So that is a +3. Okay. All right. Just doing a check-in. Everything okay, Alyssa? We're all good above table? All right, cool. I'm going to take a screenshot of this to be a good player.
I don't know if that's good or bad for you.
Yeah, I was about to say, is this good or bad?
Snake eyes or what?
It's double sixes, but I want like this to be like where are we going? Where did you put the print screen? I know you're here. Hold on, let's try that again.
If you hit Shift Windows key S, you can like just screen grab any portion of your screen.
Windows key S?
Windows key Shift S, and then the screen will go black, and you just highlight whatever portion of your screen you want to copy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's handy. That's
Cool. I appreciate that. It's Shift Windows key S. I just want to be honorable about this because this is very impressive. All right, and then it's saved to the. All right.
It's copied. You could just paste it wherever you want.
All right.
Yeah, you can just put it into the Discord.
Oh yeah, we'll do that. That will be.
Yeah.
Let's go. That total of 15.
Total of 15.
All
yeah,
right,
I had to share that. It's pretty incredible. So yes, I got a 15.
So on a 10 plus, you choose 2 from below. Ooh, I'm just gonna step back. Any of these are good.
Oh wow, these are all good. Okay. I feel like you are right, despite what the audience has already seen would be kind of a waste.
I was gonna say you are already right.
Yeah, I am already right. I'm gonna pick the last 2, which is they admit their falsehood or market condition, their choice, and they're surprised, scared, or flustered. They must act with desperation before they can act against you. So does that stack?
Because it's fun, I'm gonna let it stack.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Okay. I am going to mark spiteful. And I'm going to strike out at Marcel and say, like, just hugging the jacket closer around my body. Like, Marcel, I thought you were my friend. I told you what I saw, and you're just out here defending the man who tried to kill me? And I guess I have to act with desperation before I can do that.
Yeah, and because it's stacked, I'm just gonna make it so that you're gonna have a -1 on the roll. Just in general.
Sure. Am I doing it for love? No, I mean, arguably in a roundabout way. I'm doing it for the love of my mother, Dusty.
Sure.
You
are doing this for vengeance.
You're the love of your hatred.
The love of your hatred. No, she loved her mother. She's doing this for her mother.
And the love of dramatics. Am I doing it for vengeance? Absolutely, yes. And is it part of the plan? Yes. Ooh, okay, so that is 7, 8, 9. Oh, with 3, it's a 10. Oh, but a -1. Damn it, that's a 9.
I was also planning on striking out and being like, how dare you? She literally is. She's wrapped up. She just almost died. What are you doing? And use you brute. So I could either roll or maybe I could help you out there, Ramira.
Why don't you roll after worst outcome as Ramira is about to strike out? You stand up, still hugging with the jacket. And as you stand up, a slightly singed picture from the room of Don Sebastian kind of like falls onto the ground.
How dare you, Dusty?
A slightly singed picture? What? I'm going to pick up the picture.
Did I leave evidence? Hold on, am I missing something? Like, did I just leave an autographed photo of myself at a fire? Is that what the accusation is? Like,
No, there was a photo of you in the room that Ramiro was trying to burn.
Okay. I was about to say, look, he left a picture of himself. And I was like,
if this photo was down there, that means Don Sebastian was one of the targets.
It wasn't down there. Marcel, I was down there. I told you everything that I saw at dinner. What?
Ramira, just tell me the truth. I'm your friend. Why are you lying to me? And he like hits the photo like with all this like intense like passion. Like just like.
Marcel, cool off.
Cool
Clearly
off.
there's something going on. Yes.
Yes, clearly there's something going on. Ramira has been lying to us this entire time.
I'm sure that she has time to explain herself. Ramira, what's going on?
I don't know. I don't know where the picture came from. She sort of pats at the jacket, which I think belonged to Christabel, no? I don't know, maybe this rando had it? Like, I don't know. I don't know where it came from. All I know is what I saw. And what I saw was him. Marcel, I don't... Your hero worship, it's making you unable to understand what's going on. Just because you idolize this man doesn't mean he can do no wrong. He has clearly done wrong here, and...
He hasn't. I don't think he's done any wrong here. But you seem to think he does. And the fact that you don't trust me and Julian enough to tell us what it is that Don Sebastian may or may not have done to you shows that we weren't really friends in the first place. And I'm going to strike out at someone with voice or violence. Voice. Because I am mad at my friend. How could you do this to me? We're friends! Let's see here. What do I have? Have you caught them off guard? And have they wronged you?
I don't quite think off guard.
No, I don't think so either. Ramira's
Have they
always,
wronged you? Yeah.
Ramira's always ready for ready for the plan. Okay. Okay, 9.
Okay, so on a 9, so it's a hit. So your strike lands, you each mark a condition.
Okay, I'm going to mark the condition. Shoot. Raging. I'm really upset.
Raging, yeah.
I'm going to mark frantic because my plan is starting to fall apart a little bit here.
As you'll see what it is, like Christabel is gonna walk over and kind of grab their jacket and just kind of pull up, taking from you. Is like, no, I know I'm here all the time, but why do you think I have a picture of Don Sebastian in my pocket?
I don't know where else it would have come from. Everything is so... And she starts sort of not quite hyperventilating, but breathing really fast.
Julian's gonna put an arm around her. It's okay, Ramira. And look up at Cristobal. We've got this. You can go.
Cristobal's gonna raise her eyebrows, okay, don't let that one pointing at Ramira out of your sight just yet, okay? I'm the one that found him here. And they're gonna start walking away. And I think maybe it's a good point that they're walking away and then they nod at someone walking forward.
As they're exiting, you would just hear the sound of someone crying, somebody shouting, the sound of firefighters calling out to one another, hoses, but also the grinding of very expensive shoes hitting the pavement and walking towards. We would get a pan up shot of just very nice shoes hitting the ground, some ash being knocked off of a cigar as Don Sebastian walks through a very dramatic waft of smoke that has flown off of the building, is pushed away to reveal that I'm there, and I'm dramatically lit by, since the lot, it's night, there's not a lot of light on the lot, so it's just the lights of the fire engines are just side red flashlighting me for a little bit, and the glow of the cigar, and he's like, Gehenna. And I'm just basically giving the what the hell is going on. Just look at everybody. Whether or not I know it doesn't matter. I've asked you to tell me. So it's just
Don Sebastian, Ramira found a hidden murder room in the basement under some sort of strange trapdoor, and it had a picture of you and several other people, and the three of us believe that whoever created this room may be responsible for all of these killings. And I walk over and I show him the photo. And Marcel is just putting on an Oscar-worthy performance. Like he's not mentioning anything about Ramira lying. He's just being like, this is what's happening. Maybe to give Ramira an out.
Okay.
And he hands him the photo. But you can see that he's just like trembling with rage. Like he is upset about something.
Is this picture of me from a certain point in my career? Is it recent or is it like from early in my career?
This picture is not too recent, but not from like the beginning of your career. It's a black and white picture, but it's just like how it was printed.
Oh yeah, there would be, most of them are. Well,
yeah, and it's black and say it's from maybe like 10 seasons ago.
Okay. If anybody looks back at this, you will see that once you said like some sort of murder room, I muted myself because I reacted violently because I did not get any sort of update about a murder room specifically phrased that way. So I had to mute it because otherwise the scene would have been ruined by my hysterical laughter. I tried to bring it back in because it's really serious. There's a murder room in here. I would take the picture. I would look at it. Does the general area where this room was, does it bear any significance to me? Is it like this is the original lot, or is it just like another section of the thing that wouldn't stand out to me? Is there anything I can glean from this knowledge that has been dumped on me?
I mean, as far as what you're looking at, it's the main stage you all been on. If you want to roll, maybe spot something out of place, or if you just want to like roll, I could give you some things based on.
I'd like to spot something out of place because, like, if it's like this is where we normally are, so this is something that's been hidden from me, and I'm supposed to know things like this. So I would like to see if there's something where I'm like, the only person that can get in there is Dave. You know what I mean? Something where it's just like that would jump out at me. I don't think I'm adding anything to it because I mean my hands are clean. That's about it.
Are you free of other distractions? No. Have you been intimate with this person recently? No.
Yeah. So if I add 1 to it, I rolled a 5, so it's a 6. So I guess this is all very jarring and
just because like this one's just like not that big of a role, I'm just gonna give you like you just know it's the lot that you've been on. You've never heard of this room.
Yeah.
Like you have some knowledge. Like it's not super like out of place to have these kind of like underground rooms on a set, but you've never heard of it on this specific set.
Yeah. Okay. I've been a busy day. I have too much to think about right now, and then there's this. How long is this going to delay shooting? And it's gonna be this moment of I guess everybody's gonna see Don Sebastian really tired for the first time in maybe ever, but just really like we haven't been out and about and on set this late or something like that. Maybe it could be that, but there's maybe Marcel who's probably spent more time around him and maybe not on set parts, just a genuine like this sigh of like just come from really deep in and not know what to do right now, I guess. Just it's happening and then people are looking to him to say or do something and it's it'll just be quiet and thinking. That'll be that.
Marcel is going to say, Don Sebastian, It's very late. The firefighters are here. Look, why don't you let me drive you home and we can talk? Julian, can you make sure Ramira is okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And I'm gonna go over and I'm just gonna see if I can respectfully usher Don Sebastian to his vehicle, since he seems to be in shock. And it's the finale. I'm going to take the condition obsessed, and I would like to reveal a shocking truth about Don Sebastian.
Oh.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Yes. Okay.
Prius.
So the idea that I have is that it flashes back to a time, as very close to when that photo was taken. And Don Sebastian is in his trailer, and there is a young woman. Maybe she was a PA or an actress, and she has a young boy somewhere between the ages of 5 and 10 next to her. And Don Sebastian and the young boy looks a lot like him in features. And he's writing a check out and just hands it to her, and she takes the check and she leaves with the kid. And let me roll some dice. What I want to reveal is that kid is my dad. So roll with condition, so that's 2d6 plus 2. It's gonna be awesome. I got a 4. It's gonna blow up in my face.
You got a 4 total?
Yep. I rolled 2 1s.
So let's reveal a shocking truth. So sorry, I got caught up. Explain what you are envisioning.
I was
trying to have.
envisioning
I know what you were saying.
That Don Sebastian is actually my grandfather, and that he paid off my grandmother to with hush money so that it wouldn't derail his career.
Can
Okay.
I and I don't know if this is allowed, but can I the point of this is to reveal a shocking truth, correct? You know what I mean? Could the repercussion be that it's not shocking? That the satisfaction of you revealing this and you getting this listen, I'm actually this, and how anti it would, I think it would hurt, wouldn't it? I think it would actually hurt more to know that they knew, type of thing. So if there's I don't know if this warrants a negative repercussion, but if the negative is just it's not shocking, that would be my suggestion for that. But however you guys want to go, this is between y'all two.
So
right now.
I think what I suggest that you are trying to do this, so you're moving away, just slightly out of the way, as you're trying to usher, and then you Marcel just kind of point this out. It's you start saying this hey, I found out who you actually are to me. And then I think that Don Sebastian just looks at you and just I know.
I think that
sorry about that.
he's just gonna hold on to the steering wheel.
I would say I know before we get into a vehicle,
Okay.
there would be a point where if this was you said it, the look with it's one of those looks that says it without there's lack of shock, and there's the look of I know, and we had a conversation about I believe it was the luchador, and it was kind of nepotism or something like that. And
yeah,
I said something along the lines of a lot of people are related to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And then there'll be a moment of us just you're not the only familia that's here. And there's a moment where I reach out my phone. Is Epifanio reachable to me? I guess I haven't tried because, like I said, I was doing something else. But now I'll start muttering half to myself, but to Marcel as well. It's just like, hay mucho secreto. There's a lot of secrets that they're not gonna do me any good. And then I'm sending a folder to Epifanio, and it contains some of the information that was just revealed to me, probably some of the information that I dealt with in my last time on, and also the information that I had discussed with you about Epifanio and the other things with that situation. And if Epifanio was not privy to any of it, Epifanio would essentially get like a dossier Google Drive of things with a more heartfelt message than I will try to come up with in this instant. But in a short, concise, para que tú sabes. Here you go.
So,
and
I think you could send that off fine. Before you have a chance to really process anything, though, you're heading like toward Marcel's car, and then another car kind of pulls up, and there's someone, a person that you don't recognize in the driver's seat, and just they roll down the windows like, get in.
Me,
I'm
Both
sorry.
of you.
the both of us.
Who are you?
That's not really important right now. You either get in or I make you get in.
Are they bigger than Marcel? Because this is like a Pokemon battle. I'll like choose Marcel. I mean, are they bigger than my boy right here? Or are they like? I'm just curious. This is me wondering.
Well,
Or do they just have a
hard-
gun? Do they
hard
just
to
have
say.
a gun at us?
they sense that you're like listening, so like they put their other hand on the steering wheel and they do have a gun.
Oh. Okay. I rudely light another cigar before entering this person's vehicle, because I don't like being told to just get in a car like that. And I motion towards it, and I just look at Marcel, because this also might not be the first time that somebody at gunpoint has told me to go into a car, and also the shoulders of like, I'm not saying like I know what this is about, but like, let's not do anything stupid. So, an actor I feel can convey a lot of these things with certain body language and stuff like that. I am not that person. That's why I'm describing all these things instead of doing, oh, he goes, like, I'm not gonna mime it out here. He says these things because he's good at conveying things with little words. But he would essentially, let's just do this. I've gotten out of worse.
Okay.
Trust me.
I go into the car with on Sebastian.
Okay. As y'all are in the car, they are gonna roll the windows up and drive off, and then we're gonna actually cut really quick to Julian and Ramira. What have y'all been up to after these two walked away?
I think Julian would kind of grasp Ramira's shoulders and just say, that man that you were with, Cristobal, is dangerous. You can't trust him.
He's the one who saved me when I was locked in the burning. I can't. What do you mean I can't trust him?
You can't trust him. Trust me. He's bad news. I'm glad he saved you, but we have to get away from here. We have to get away from him.
Okay. Where do you want to go, Julian?
I don't know where Marcel and Don Sebastian went, but we can go to one of the... Should we stay here? Should we wait for the studio heads? I don't know what to do in this situation.
Do I have to make a statement? I don't even know. I want to do the right thing, but I don't know what that is. And you're saying, what do you know about Cristobal that...
He's... Oh gosh. He's involved in organized crime.
But how do you know that, Julian?
I didn't get this job because I'm good at it. I got it because my brother pulled some strings. He's also involved in the same thing.
Ramira will sort of grab your hand tight in both of hers and say, "Thank you for telling me, and it doesn't matter how you got this job, you're amazing at it, and okay, we can leave, and if he comes after us, Julian, you have to know, I'll protect you."
Thank you. That
That's a
means so
move for
much.
me.
Uh-oh. You get a hold.
Yeah.
We should stay here just in case they need to take your statement. We don't want it to look like you ran away or anything. But why was that picture there? I don't think he would have that picture. I don't think you're like lying or anything, but are you telling me everything, Ramira?
I don't know. I really don't know where the picture came from. I don't know. I was in the smoke. I don't know how long. Maybe my head is just a little foggy.
I trusted you with my secret. Can you trust me? I'm gonna demand what I deserve.
Beautiful.
Oh no, it's a 3 on the dice.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Amazing. I
will. I don't know if you can get +4.
don't
You
I don't think
stutter.
I
You stutter
can.
while you demand. I think that it doesn't come out that way.
I deserve the truth.
So you're gonna. You need to get the conditioned introspective. And yeah, I think as you're trying, like Ramira is just unfazed.
Maybe tomorrow we can talk a little more. I'm so tired, and I appreciate you telling me what you did, Julian, but I feel like there's still so much more that you need to tell me, too. I mean, we're friends, right?
Yeah, we are. We are friends.
And I do trust you, I promise. It's just so much has happened.
Well, let's get you to the where the trailer that we set up in, like craft services, and someone tried to kill you tonight. It's a huge deal. They should be finding whoever did that. It's not acceptable. Everyone
Not
should know.
acceptable.
Not acceptable. Unsafe work environment. OSHA should be called.
Ramira sort of looks darkly over in the direction that Marcel and Don Sebastian went, but doesn't say anything because, she knows that line is a little thin.
And as you two are pondering this, and I'm about to get up, another car rolls up to y'all. Again, a person that you don't quite recognize. rolls down the window and just feels like, get in.
Mira looks to Julian like, is this the organized crime?
I'll lean in. Should we send you?
No, just I need you to get in before I make you get in.
Oh my god. I'll get in the car. But I'll check the license plate. And if I can, send a quick text to my brother of the license plate number.
I need you to roll for that. What do I have you roll? Unless you have a specific move for that, I'm just going to have you roll Act with Desperation.
Okay, yeah, that fits. Act of Desperation. I am not doing it for love or vengeance, but I am in over my head. So that's going to be a 10.
Very good. Yeah, as you're doing this, you are you have enough ahead about you to you kind of walk from the back, so you walk around to the seat you want to go into, and you're able to quickly like take a picture that isn't blurry, that you actually get the whole license plate, and then put your phone away really quick after texting it to Juni.
Nice.
Ramira.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get in the car. I don't know what's happening, and it seems like following along is the best option. I don't need Julian to be suspicious of me any more than they already might be.
Great. And as you get into the car, we're going to have the car drive away. The camera's going to be under, and as soon as the license plate goes past, it's going to cut to Sebastian and Marcel. You are brought to. You couldn't see where you were going because there's a divider from the front to the back, and the windows are very darkly tinted. But you do see. You finally stop. The person walks out, opens the door for you, and you are at an indescript, older looking building with looks like a big garage door. And the more you look at it, the more it's like, this just looks like an old studio. Hard to say. There's no really like markings or even like an address number anywhere on this building. All right, get out. Follow me.
Step out of the car. Look over to Don Sebastian nervously and just follow the guy.
Go to button my like suit jacket, realize that I don't have one on at the time because it was just I left. But it was like a reflex. It's this gentleman reflex of like and then just go with whatever he has in his pockets. Did Epifanio respond at all to any of my anything? Doesn't have to, just curious.
There's no response, not even like a red message.
Yep.
So.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. I am just looking, trying to take everything in and knowing, playing it cool. I think I would look at not look at Marcel, but talk to Marcel as we're going by keeping my eyes forward. It's just like, let me do the talk.
Okay.
And it's the first time, like maybe like there have been times where it's like I put on my my I don't know, like adult voice on, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But it's definitely like as if this was like a contract negotiation and I'm like, I'm going to do the talking, and it was like that kind of tone of like,
okay,
I will do the talking. And I know that this could be a bad thing, so it's I'm going to try to take care of it. however I can, if I can.
And this person leads you basically to this building, and through just like a regular door on the side, and you are walking through a very blank and bleak hallway, just gray walls and just a couple like unmarked doors. They're gonna walk you to the third door on the left, open it up, and look at you. It's like, all right, get in here. We'll get you when we need you.
To which one of us?
Both of you.
Oh, to okay. All right.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna go in without protest.
Same here.
Yeah.
And as you both step in, the door closes behind you. You hear a turning of a lock, the chain of like a slide lock on the top. And then you look in the room, and the room you're actually in looks to be a cozy living room. There's some couches, some desks, like some side tables, and then like an older TV in the middle. And the TV's on, and it's playing quietly.
That's
old
creepy.
reruns of In Fear and Love.
Mm.
There's it. There's no windows. Just this room.
Is the only place to sit like sitting immediately like in front of this TV, so you have to watch it, or is it like I could sit somewhere and not be directly facing the TV?
You could be somewhere not directly facing the TV. However, you will see that there is like only a couple seats. You'll still be looking at the TV. You can't get it out of sight.
Okay, I didn't know if it was just like the only chair parked right there and it's like, you know, I'm being forced to watch it, or is it just like a living room and, you know, it's a normal living room setting where it's like you can sit over here on the edge and yeah, you can see the TV, or if it's like point is being made, you have to sit in front of it. That's the part I was like one couch directly in front of it or something like that. I would sit like on the edge of whichever chair or whatever isn't immediately facing the like the TV, so I'm not like, you know, staring at it. I see what's going on. Sometimes you get fans that are a little overzealous. No te preocupes. Okay. And I'm going to message Epifanio if I have signal. Dramatically, it'd be funny if I didn't, but just essentially just something like situation and then my location. Like they didn't take our phones, so it's just like I still have my phone. I'm just gonna be like, not calling the police, like believing that my right hand would be able to deal with whatever the situation is more efficiently than any sort of authority figure, like me summoning an operator on 911 and trying to go as like, do you know who I am? That I would just make the call of just that.
I will say, as like you're contemplating this, writing out the message, you like actually take a moment and look. It's like, yeah, no, you have absolutely no signal whatsoever.
Okay.
Like it's not even like 0 bars, just like it's like an X over the bars.
I'm savvy enough to know how to do things like send my location, but probably old enough to go, if I hit send, it'll just go it eventually. So I will just do it and then go. It'll eventually somehow eat its way through the wall and find signal. He's old enough to not understand, but old enough to know, I can do this, but how it works, no, we don't need all that. But did it, and then if it works out, it works out. Otherwise, it's gonna be, I have to do it. So yeah, just stare into the distance now.
Well, while we're alone, at least I can try and ask you, do you know why? Did you do something to Ramira?
No.
For some reason, she seems to think that you did. She tried to convince me that you were the one that burned down the secret room.
Did she say why? You hurt her?
She kept
Specifically.
denying. She kept denying and denying and denying, even when I caught her in the lie.
If it was for a reason like insurance or something, maybe I.
Oh,
She just started. She hasn't been on the show for too long, right?
no. That's why I'm confused.
How old would you say she is?
I don't know.
Take a guess.
24, 25?
You have a picture with her?
And he pulls out like one of the photos saved on his phone from when they took a selfie together at the bar.
And I'm gonna take it and I'll probably stare at it and stare at her probably harder than I've ever stared at her. And just maybe cover a portion of her face or her hair or something, and then do one of these actions over and over again. It's like todo el tiempo, entire time. Huh. I didn't do anything to her, but I might be able to understand how she's feeling.
And I think from there we're gonna cut.
Yep.
We're gonna cut to the other two, Julian and Ramira being brought up, and it's the same building. And again, person steps out. It's like, okay, get out, follow me. Don't do anything.
I'm wondering if there's anything about them that I like recognize, like any symbols or anything they're wearing. But I'm like, you're with someone else.
I'll give you try to spot something out of place.
Okay.
I'll give you are free of other distractions.
Okay.
But that's it. Well,
Okay.
in over your head, obviously.
Sure, of course. So that makes it a 11.
Beautiful. Let's see. So that's something out of place. I'm gonna give you like the question, can you like see anything that you haven't seen? And as you're looking at them, just because you kind of know where to look and you saw it maybe on Christabel before, you look at the back of her neck, no tattoo there of the owl. So
Okay.
the like only thing that has any signifier of what they're wearing, you see like on their hand they have like a small tattoo on their hand, but it's kind of like a symbol that you are like not familiar.
I'll just file that away.
Mhm.
And check my phone to see if there's anything from my brother.
You get a response back just like, I could look into it, are you okay? But you're like, as you're getting to this building, you see that the bars you have, like right now, it's like this most minuscule of a signal. But you are being led to a door. So if you want to do anything, you gotta do it fast.
I'll just send back a quick no. I can get it out. Just no.
If you're just doing no, I'll give you that.
Okay.
roll
He's a
2D
professional. He'll figure it out.
roll 2d6 for me really quick. Just a flat roll.
7.
Okay. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Ramira, are you just following along as well?
Just following along.
Great. And so we are going to have this person again need you same hallway. You're actually the same emergency. You see another car there already, and we are going to first. The person's going to stop, look at Ramira, and open the first door on the left. He's like, "You, pointing at Ramira, get in here."
I look to Julian like, should I follow? Should I press?
I'm assuming I can't go talk to them. Like I told my brother we're here or something like that. So I'll just kind of nod and do a bit of a glance down to the pocket my phone is in.
Mira like half nods at you and goes into the room.
Great. The door behind you closes, locks. You hear like a little chain lock. We'll get back to you in a second. And then Julian, you are led down a couple doors down, and then a door opens, and you're told to go in. And Sebastian and Marcel, you see the door open as well, as Julian is brought into this room.
Oh, I am going to rush over and wrap my arms around Julian as I'm like just full of emotion and like intense and like, it's so good to see you. Did they put you in a car too?
Yes, I'm surprised to see you here.
Where?
They took Ramira. They locked her in a room.
Separate from you?
Yeah. She's down the hall, and I don't know. We have to get out. We have to go help her.
Do you know if this has anything to do with your? Oh, I don't remember. Did Julian talk to Marcel about your family situation, or did you keep that secret? I don't remember.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I kept it secret.
Yeah, I kept that secret. Okay.
Yeah, not from myself.
You
That's all good.
met my brother.
But I didn't. Okay, gotcha. He says, I don't know if this is about the room that we found, or the murders, or what's going on with Ramira. Like, I have no idea.
Maybe somebody saw her going in that room and they thought she knows something. Maybe she does know more than she was telling us. I think you're right. Whatever it is, it's put her in terrible danger. We need to go get her.
We don't even know who's brought us here.
Well, we can worry about that later. Are there windows in the room?
No, none. Nothing but this TV showing old reruns of the show.
Old reruns.
Yeah. And I point to the TV.
I remember this season. Huh.
Can I try one of my moves that I think I never get to use properly, I guess? But I don't know if I can in the way it's written, but it's called telepathanio. But it's essentially I ask someone to meet with me over the phone or through an intermediary, and I can roll with the questions. Do I know their past, or have I been intimate with them before? But if I hit, they agree to meet with me and discuss in good faith. And I can set a stipulation. I can set one or two stipulations. If I get higher, then I can do both. If they refuse, I mark a condition, and that just doesn't happen. But either through Epifanio or just my sheer gravitas, try to summon my kidnapper and try to set up a meeting where I can just like hash this out. I don't know which mechanism. If it's literally through Epifanio, I would try to do it. Like he represents me and he's like, "You've kidnapped my employer," and he shows up. Or if it's just like I bang on the door and someone opens it or whatever. But I would like to set up, talk to whoever I have to talk to. And if it seems like no one comes for a while, then I would bang on the door, like authoritatively, like once or twice, every once in a while. Not shouting though, because then that makes me look weak. Just enough to, hey, and then just an occasional knock.
Go ahead and roll for me, and your roll depends what's gonna happen.
Okay, all right.
Because I do like this.
every other night I've rolled has always been crazy, and this is the first time I rolled like a 5, and I'm like, oh no, tonight's the low roll night, finishing off low. Oh fuck. Okay, am I adding anything to it?
I mean, so when you
my hands are clean. I mean, I'm just saying, hey, like, I could say that.
you do you don't know about their fast, you don't know anything, so
I
you
don't
just
know
be
their
your
other
hands are
past, and
clean.
I haven't been intimate with them, I think. So it's
Yeah.
just the one. So altogether, it's a very confident 5. Very, very robust 5.
So let's do this. As you're kind of doing there, you see like it was kind of like more well hidden before.
Mhm.
Like a slot opens up, and then you see someone's eyes, and they're just gonna look at you. It's like, don't bang on the door. It's annoying.
Okay. Do I get to pick the condition, or you just tell me? Because zealous is looking pretty appropriate for the situation of like just like mother.
Zealous
who
is
I
on
am?
brand. Let's do that. Yeah.
Do you know who I am?
I know exactly who you are. And then the gate little shutter thing closes.
I'm looking for response, being that it still hasn't sent. Waiting for the signal to come to my phone, because I think that's probably how it works. It just needs to
There's
get
just
to
actually
me.
like the question mark. Not the question mark, is like a red exclamation
Yeah.
point next to the text.
Yeah.
So it's like, hasn't gotten yet. Does Marcel and Julian have any response to this?
Who are these people? Why are we here? I'm like pacing, like incredibly frustrated.
This seems incredibly personal. Did either of you recognize them? Don Sebastian?
No.
What about the tattoo? Did your driver have a tattoo on their hand? And I'll describe the tattoo I saw. It was very small. It was almost like a little lance.
I think if he would say it, but something along the lines of, I'll think out loud for him, because there's a thing that says process your feelings out loud. It's just like, I've never stared at somebody's hand unless it's a beautiful woman that I'm taking to a dance or something. You know, it's just like, why would I stare at somebody's hand? But this is probably getting more it's harder to concentrate now. All that stuff. Could I go over and turn off the TV?
Yeah, I will let y'all know that neither of you like either didn't see or didn't notice the tattoo.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sebastian, as you go to turn off the TV, there's just like, it's an older model, so there's definitely like buttons on there.
Oh, so
as you like,
I've had Juni's had a TV like this. It's like a
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
I had a big brown one. Used to put stuff on top. As you crank it to turn it off, it doesn't like. It seems to just be like, it definitely shows like a channel switching, but still showing the same reruns. And as you crank it towards off and get to off, it actually doesn't turn off. In fact, it actually finally changes the scene to looks like video feed, black and white video feed of a separate room with a couple people tied to some chairs.
Ramira?
If you look at it, you don't see Ramira, but there's one person looking away from you, tied, but you definitely see a tattoo of the owl on their neck. The other one, they're kind of struggling, looks like Samuel. And then there's just it's just these two at the moment tied up here. You don't have any sound. They're tied up, tape over their mouths.
Could have had it worse. Realizing we could have been taped and bound and gagged. Is there a doorknob on this side of the door, or is it just like is it just a locked door, or is it like full blown, like almost like a cell, like from the door perspective?
On this side, it's just, you just see like where the lock is, but it has like a plate over where the key holds.
Okay. we go through so many life and death situations as our characters, and we get out of these predicaments como nada, and then you find yourself really locked in a room, not sure how to get out. I'm gonna look for something to set fire to. I'm just gonna see what's flammable around me. I'm just gonna start pacing around now, looking for stuff.
We'll get back to
Inspired
that.
by you take your art, your acting, and you inspire it from real life. And what's more real life than I just saw a fire a half hour ago?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just go open the door. Make him open the door, and I'm just gonna look for something to. I'm just gonna start looking at things. Eyeball on the couch, but don't want to resort to the couch yet because I'm old and I can't run. So I mean, I just gotta figure out what's handy and movable that I can grab.
Yeah, Marcel's also like pacing back and forth, like really like angry and impatient, and his nice outfit is a little disheveled after everything he's been through. And then he annoyingly starts slamming on the door. Like on purpose.
Julian?
Yeah. No.
Like,
Marcel, that didn't work before. Marcel, what are you doing? You don't want to end up like that, taped and tied up.
I mean, if it was you. Winks.
That is
And then
so...
he remembers that he's angry, and then he starts like
Marcel!
I think that's the perfect moment to cut from that room to we're gonna cut to Ramira. Ramira, as you see the door behind you, lock, you close, you hear all that, you hear faint footsteps, someone walking away. You turn around and you see what looks to be like a living room. This one, it different than like the other room where it was like based like just a regular one. This one feels familiar to you. You're kind of going around and you see like a very like similar older TV like you had in your living room growing up, like the couch. You even see like there was a blanket you'd hang like off the edge of the couch when you got cold, and looks like it's almost the same one.
Mira grabs the blanket and sort of wraps it around her shoulders and looks around, like looking for a camera, something, some way someone is monitoring this, and says, or shouts out to the room, "Who are you and why are you doing this?"
As you do that, you see that there is a little like side table with a lamp on it. After you say that, the lamp lights, and you see that there is a piece of paper or like a letter folded in half on that little table.
Go over, pick it up, read it.
As you pick it up, you open it up, and in kind of the same writing you've been seeing for the past couple of weeks from the strange letters, you just see it just says, "Welcome home, Verena."
Juan?
And that's where we're going to take a quick break. Just we'll be back in about 5-10 minutes as we figure out what's going on. Who are these people? Why are they locked up? All this stuff. Just really again, just want to thank our sponsors, Die Hard Dice, 1985 Games, and Session Zero Clothing. Just use code Gehenna for those. And just check in the chat for all the links. And we'll be right back for the latter half of this finale.
Easy to.
I'm bored.
We can go scream at the cat for another hour.
Nah, I'm tired of screaming at the cat.
Shut up with that! Be bored no more with 1985 games. Enjoy their vast variety of products and help bring your tabletop to a whole new level. With easy-to-use dungeon sticky notes. The deck of stories holds prompts and adventure hooks for any setting, and thousands of cutout game pieces with their dungeon craft.
You've come all this way for nothing, fool! The princess is mine! You'll never get away with this, Balakor!
Write everything down in your Hero Notes journal and start your adventure today! Visit the World Wide Web address 1985games.com and find many helpful products such as their Dungeon Craft series, battle maps, deck of stories, miniatures, dungeon notes, and now VHS dice. Again, that's 1985games.com.
welcome back to the back half of the finale of In Fear and Love. Before we get right back into the suspense, just a really quick reminder about the content warnings. There's going to be some violence, romance, suggestive themes, betrayal, fire, probably some more fire, supernatural themes, possible death, and like there's going to be imagery of guns, not actual imagery, but it's but that's right about it. And I think we're just going to cut right back into Ramira or Verena. As you are in this room, you see this and you say Juan, and then the TV turns on. And again, it's showing old reruns in Fear and Love. But specifically, these are ones that haven't been aired in a really long time because they have this side character, and that side character is Isabella, your mother. And it's just showing a clip from that season of one of her few big scenes with her and Don Sebastian's character.
Juan, Pilar, this isn't funny. And Ramira goes over and just kicks the TV.
Yeah, I mean you kick it, and it's an older one, so it's heavy. So you may not have been prepared. So maybe you hurt your foot a little bit.
Ouch!
And then you hear after you kind of recovering from that, you turn around and then the screen again has changed. And it's now showing you the same image that the other cast saw of the room. You seem to be seeing it from a different angle, and so you see people tied up to chairs, tape over their mouths. You see someone you didn't see from the other one. You also see Sonia there. Sonia, you could clearly see Kristabel, and then you see the back of someone's head that you can't really quite tell who it is.
What is this? Ramira will go over, since screaming at the room in general hasn't helped, and sort of pound on the door. Say, let me out of here. You don't know who you're dealing with.
And you see the little, you couldn't see it earlier, but a little slit open where there's the eyes. And then you see eyes of someone you do recognize, and a voice you recognize. And after you hear him speak, you can confirm it's Epifanio is banging on the door is not going to get you much help. And then the grade's going to slide back into place.
Let me out right now. I don't know what game you're playing here. What game is this part of Don Sebastian's game? Does he know?
And you hear, not from the open grate, you hear them walking away is it's okay, Verena. Keep your calm.
How am I supposed to keep calm under these circumstances? But she sort of starts pacing away from the door and occasionally glancing over at what's going on the TV.
And it's a few moments, but then the TV on your end, Ramira, kind of switches back to just the reruns of In Fear and Love. And we're going to go back to the other room. Has Sebastian found anything to burn?
You tell me. I mean, aside from maybe potential seat cushions, I don't know what else is set piece or actual functioning furniture. Like, you know what I mean? Is there curtains? I know there's no windows, but is there like, you know, is there a blanket on this couch? Like, is there anything that could potentially burn? And while I'm doing this, I will, because I kind of did it earlier accidentally, but I'm going to intentionally do it now. Process my feelings out loud, which is a move that I keep forgetting is a thing. But it's just mumbling to myself, and it's just like, siempre, you know, and I'm just like, just random things, like almost like I have to do it myself, type of thing. And but there's walking with this purpose, and it's just like, and then I point to Marcel. It's just like, doesn't matter how big or how famous you get. Sometimes you have to do certain things yourself. And then I'm just looking around, and aside from, you know, a seat cushion, I guess, I would essentially just put, I would essentially just like take whatever I could. I don't have a suit jacket. Does Marcel have a suit jacket on? Marcel was dressed fancy, right?
Marcel was very fancy. So, like, high collar, nice silk shirt, no suit jacket, though.
Okay, damn. Okay. Okay, then. I don't know. I would just grab things and then try to put them basically at the base of the bottom of the door, and then just me setting fire to it. And it's just like, and if there's a camera, I will stare it dead in the eye, essentially. Just like,
go ahead and roll me 4 process your feelings aloud. I'll go ahead and just give me like a +2.
Okay. 7, 8, 9. Hold on. 9, right? Does a 10? I feel like that I saw somewhere like a 10 makes a difference or something like that. Does it or no?
A 10 does make a difference.
It being a 10 would make a difference?
Yeah.
I have a hold 1. I'm gonna use it.
You sure do.
I will use the one I have held, and that'll be the dramatic tension of like, it doesn't light on the first try, but I don't break eye contact. If there's a camera, I don't even know if there's a camera. I'm just looking in the room, like defying it. And just look.
So I think what happens, you kind of get like everything that's like vaguely wooden. Like there's a side table, you can tell it's lacquered, but still like made out of wood. And then you grab one of the pillows, and you kind of like take the zipper and just like take out all the cotton, and you're just putting it next to the door. And basically on the 10+, you get to set the scene of following information immediately, and you get to choose one of the 3 options. Either the audience reveals a crucial event going on outside of you, tells you how you might find love with a partner of your choosing, or tells you how to get blank to blank.
Okay. All right. The audience tells me how to get Epifanio to open this damn door. I don't like. I feel like it would be open and he's there, and I'm like, it went through. Like this, my text went through. Like that would be the assumption. You know what I mean? Like, but knowing, I would make the assumption we're important enough that whoever has us will not want us to die in a fire, and I'm putting in by the door, so it's like, you have to open this door. So this is it. It was. If there a visible camera, or is it just like I can assume that I'm
there's not really a visible camera in this room, but I mean you could again probably assume
if there was, I imagined like, you know, somebody staring at a monitor going, damn it, old man. Like just like frustrated, because I'm not hiding, I'm not like covertly like stashing stuff. It's very overt that I am. Maybe they think I'm senile. I am just clearly trying to start a fire.
I think definitely what you're doing is the way to go, starting a fire. And you could hear like the other two are hearing this muttering. Are either of you, Julian or Marcel, helping? Or
I have
just
not
like
s- I have
watching?
not
Marcel was
nobody knew what I was
originally-
doing because I didn't say it, and so the
No.
only time it would just be like I'm gathering materials. It's like he's going crazy. He's just like gathering stuff like a squirrel. Like, and then it is until the the lighter comes out. It's like, oh shit, like oh no, he is trying to start a fire.
I think Julian is kind of looking at the reruns that are on the TV, like looking for pieces there. Like why are they showing the show? Like what's going on here? So I think any movement that Don Sebastian is doing in the background, I don't think Julian would pick up on what was going on until he smelled smoke and was like, wait, what the hell?
Oh, you're gonna think logically about this? Oh, whatever. I'm being defied the right to leave.
Julian,
my
go
room.
really quickly. Go ahead and do spot something out of place. I would say you're focused on it, so you are free of distractions. And
Okay.
depending what you roll, I'll give you information based off of it.
Okay. So, and I am in over my head, so that is +2, making it an 11.
Nice. So I'll give you one right off the bat, and then you can ask a follow-up question.
Okay.
Basically, you're looking at these reruns, and you recognize some of these like this season for sure. But one thing you like do spot that's like something that you would know as like one of the script readers and stuff. It's a rerun that hasn't been aired in a very long time because it has scenes with Isabella, the person that was that died while working on set.
I think I'd turn to Don Sebastian and say, hey, what do you know about Isa? What are you doing?
That's probably where the lighter finally lights. And it's like, huh? Like, just like,
Wait, what are you doing? Like, I was
Yeah,
like banging
no.
on the door, and I was like,
they don't want us to die, so they have to open the door. See the phone. If I just set it on fire, say they have to open the door to let us out.
I don't think we need another fire, Don Sebastian.
Well,
Yeah, what if they don't let us out?
I mean, they have to let us out eventually. They can't just leave us in here.
They might want to kill us, and then we're doing their job for them.
The man had a gun. If he wanted us dead, we would already be dead.
Maybe we're some ransom for someone. They have. Who else do they have? They have Ramira. They have. We saw Samuel, right?
Someone. Mhm.
We saw Samuel.
actively
have-
trying to still set the fire in the background.
They have Ramira. What if they're using us to get to somebody? Like Pilar, maybe. I don't know.
Maldita sea.
Who's this? Isabella?
She's in the episode. The actress.
Could I have made any logical conclusions yet, or would I have to roll for it, or?
I mean, you know stuff about Isabella.
I know, but made any sort of connections. You know what I mean? Like, I was piecing things together earlier, like, kind of like, you know what I mean? But, like, I didn't roll for anything, and I couldn't confirm anything, but, like, maybe if I'm seeing her, could things click in my head type of thing? I don't want to... There's stuff I know, and then there's stuff that the character knows, so it's like, can he get there? No, that doesn't make sense. He can't get there.
So I think what's gonna happen, it's almost like a light bulb moment for you, except the light bulb is the content of the fire actually catching. But you catch it on fire and you're like, Isabella. So I think you can make the logical conclusions I think you're gonna make.
Okay. So yeah, the fire goes off. I make the connection with the person who was just in a fire and Isabella, and I'm like, huh. And then the results of my process of feelings out loud could it's either the audience reveals a crucial event going on outside of view, or they can tell me how to get to blank to blank. So would it? I don't know if there's some way to include Epifanio in one of those two options for the role that happened earlier, but that would be the only thing that I'm gunning for at this point.
Would it be possible, since I guess we're the audience, that someone is walking down the hallway to unlock the door?
Yeah, I mean,
And
if you want, I mean, if the basically what your response was earlier is like how to get Epifanio to open the door. Kind of setting a fire was the way to do it.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
So that's in place. I don't know if you want to go on your little thing about Isabella first, or go with the scene with the door, because that may derail things.
I'll deal with that when I get to it. Right now, there's a fire. I haven't gotten this far. Prioritization is how I got this far, and right now there's literal fire. Don't put the cart before the horses, or however that saying goes. So yeah, there's a fire now, and then once I get out, I'm gonna deal with that situation and figuring that out.
The fire is happening, and the other two are just kind of sitting there as the cotton is just going up in flames.
I old man shamble away because I was too close, and I'm not spry, so it's I got out. Just like
I'm gonna try and pull him back like away from the fire because I am young and spry.
And as this fire setting ablaze, that like the banging on the door stopped because Marcel, you kind of got out of the way once you realized what was going on.
Yep.
And then you hear footsteps running down the hall. And then you see like the gate, like little thing slid open and then closed really fast. It's like, okay, I know what's going on.
The split second they open, it's just like, it's really like, it's me and him, and Marcel standing like real dramatic with the smoke. And it's just like, if it closed before I could do it, but I almost said, I told you. Like
And the door opens, and standing there is Epifanio with a fire extinguisher. And they're going to use the fire extinguisher to set out the fire, getting just all the CO2 and stuff all over both of you because you're in front of the door. And Epifanio's just like, I thought you just like got away from the fire. Bless.
Did you have to get it all over my outfit? He's just like,
I'm just fixing my cufflinks, and it's just like, the message didn't look like it went through, but I got it. And I'm gonna start just like as if I'm just gonna walk out the door now, casually. Whether or not he lets me, I don't know, but it's just like, where's the car? And I'm just gonna start walking out. Like, a man opened the door, so I'm just gonna start going. That's how I'm reacting to the situation. My man put out the fire, and now I'm gonna leave because this is how things get dealt with.
Epifanio sticks his arm and is like, not so fast, by the way.
Are you worried about the insurance? They kidnapped, they forced me at gunpoint to get into a car against my will, and this is a PR nightmare. So we're just going to. I'm just gonna wait. I'm not gonna touch him. I'm just gonna be like, "You're gonna move your hand now." Like, I'm just gonna like wait for him to move his hand.
They're gonna lower and just like, no, you should follow me. You too as well. Follow me.
hey,
And they're gonna actually kind of like stick their hand out as if motioning to further down the hallway.
Not always being told what to do by Epifanio, I'm simultaneously taken aback and intrigued. Like, you know, okay. And I'm gonna follow, staring at the back of his head, just like.
No, still has the fire extinguisher as they're walking.
Mm-hmm. Did you get the files I sent you?
They're gonna kind of like turn around, still walking. It's like, I haven't checked my phone in a minute, so not yet.
Just a slow nod and just thinking about the ramifications of a lot of things that are happening at the same time. I'm gonna keep walking.
It's Julian and myself just following along.
think I'll sneak a look back to the door where we know Ramira is. What did you do with Ramira? Where is she?
Keep walking.
Who are you working for? This is
Oh, Julian, so many questions. So many
yes.
questions.
If she's here, she should probably be with us when we go see whatever it is you want to show us, right?
We'll get there. And they are going to lead you into it's a door at the end of the hallway. Like you see that there's branched off into different like hallways as well, but this is the same hallway there at the very end. And Epifanio takes out like a key card, slides it, and it punches in some numbers on this like electric door and opens it, and inside is just like a dark room.
What's going on?
It's like, go ahead, I'll meet you there in a second.
Again, but just staring at him the entire time as I'm doing it.
I'm following Don Sebastian nervously, and I'm going to take Julian by the hand.
Yeah, I'm gonna squeeze your hand.
Can I spot something out of place? Is there something amiss with Epifanio? Is it like, is he acting strange, or is this like is he doing this against his will? Is he, you know what I mean? Like, is there something clearly like, what's wrong? Tell me what's wrong. Or like, okay, you're doing this unintentionally. There's that look of like, they know what they're doing behind their eyes, like something like that. So I know if I need to protest or just let it happen, because there's nothing I can do when you see the look of somebody that's resolute in their eyes type of situation. So that's what I want to try.
Yeah, roll for his spots. Out of place.
Night is the night of really bad rolls. That's a 4. It's a night. Every other night's been like 10s and 9s, and now it's like, all right. So with nothing added to it, that's a 4.
I think the only thing you could add is, are you free of other distractions, which would make it a 5. I don't see any way of getting it to a 7.
Yep. Yeah.
So I am going to have you mark preoccupied. And you're looking at them, and it's kind of hard to say, but you see that it's hard to find something. The only thing that you could like really see is that they're just like, they seem to be almost like smirking while doing this. That's really it.
Okay. All right. I don't have anything to counter him, so I'm just gonna wait and see how this goes. How I gotta react accordingly. I haven't been looking back to Marcel and Julian, so I think this would be this moment of uncertainty. I would then like kind of be snapped back to, all right, what can I control? What am I aware of? And then I'd look at you two and, are you close? Are you how are you guys? I guess get a vibe check. Finally taking stock of like the other people in this situation. I guess. How are you guys doing?
We're holding hands and like kind of huddled together. I think looking confused. At least Julian is very confused, and is like sizing up Epifanio. Like, what is going on? Who are you working for? That's like his vibe is very focused.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just like a dark room, or what area are we being led into?
Yeah, what is this room like when we walk in?
So after you walk in, the door, Epifanio closes the door behind you. After like saying,
before
like,
I walk
right
in,
there.
is it like just a darkness, or am I walking into like I'm not going in there. Like, what's through this threshold? So
It's a very dark room. You really can't see.
All right, I'm walking straight into darkness. All right.
Yeah.
I will. Yeah, I will walk in like a boss. Because that's then they'll be like, oh, he's scared to go in there. You got to go in there and be like, okay, and then I just fucking fade into the darkness, and that's what I would do then.
Once everybody is in, I assume Julian and Marcel, you to go in as well.
Mm-hmm.
Epiphania does close the door. You hear the locks and footsteps walking away. You hear like the click of like lights, like one of those like big overhead lights turn on. And after kind of blinking a bit and like getting a handle where you are, you see that you're in a room with the people that are tied up. There's the 3 chairs around you, and you're kind of not around you. You're like away from him. And like now that the light's on, they see you, and you hear like all 3 of them try to kind of like talk muffled. And then we're gonna cut really quickly to Ramira. How have you been coping for the past like 10 minutes or so?
Ramira is now fiddling with the note that said welcome home, and also just sort of swearing at the door. Not coping well.
You hear footsteps, and then the door open, like unlocking, being open, and here in front of you is Epiphania. They're gonna open the door, close it behind them, and look at you. It's like, well, feeling comfortable at all?
Ramira sort of takes a second to compose herself and says, "Why? Is that what you want? Why did you do this? This Don Sebastian doesn't have the time to put into something like this. What are you doing?"
Verenya. That's your name, right? Verenya? At least that's what I was told. This is not for... Well, I'm not working for Don Sebastian. Not this time. This is bigger than me. But it's gonna help me. And it may help you from the sounds of it. I don't know. I don't know what you're doing.
Of course it's bigger than you. What are you, just some underling for a man who's soon going to be ruined?
Underling. Yeah. When you're this close to power, you really just get to know everything. Like, I heard it, your real name and who you actually are. And know that... Actually, how well do you know Pilar? Sounds like not well enough.
I don't know what they have to do with anything.
This show really will hire anyone. You are so bad at lying. Just truly. No, they had a bigger plan than you involved. You just wanted to be here, and they know they could push you around like a pawn. But there's some other things going on here, and I think it's almost time for you to see what's actually happening. Are you ready?
Fine. Take me to wherever it is that these things are happening.
Wonderful. And they're going to open the door and motion for you to walk out and follow them.
Do they turn their back to me at any point?
I mean, as they're walking to the door, it's not that long or big of a window.
The second he turns his back, I'm going to try. I have the blanket draped around my shoulder. I'm going to try and like whip it around his neck and try and choke him.
This is definitely a strike out at someone.
Have I caught them off guard?
I'll give you yes, just because they didn't expect a blanket to be part of this.
And have they just wronged me? Yes, they called me a pawn.
No one saw a blanket coming. No one. Everybody was positive that was a knife.
Yeah, I thought you had a knife in your purse. I thought you were
there's
about
gonna
to
be knife
just.
or scissors. Like no one.
Thought
saw
you
the
were gonna.
blanket.
No, I did not see the blanket coming.
It was in front of us the entire time. That's what makes it beautiful.
I rolled an 8, so plus 2, that's a 10.
Oh. Okay. So that is on a 10 plus. So you mark a condition, both of you. You know, you're getting them out, and you could either take something from them or avoid marking a condition.
Do they have either some sort of weapon or like a visible set of keys?
As you're kind of choking them out, they are like grabbing at your arms and are at least trying to. You see a key card clatters to the floor.
Yeah, absolutely. I am grabbing that, and like the second, if I can like sort of pull them away from the door a little bit by the neck, I'm grabbing the key card and running. And I'll go ahead and mark raging as my condition for this.
Yeah, absolutely. You're gonna do that, and then you're gonna basically knock them down, and they're gonna like scramble following you. Is like, what? You're just the worst person. And they're gonna try to follow you. You said you're leaving the door, right? You're just running through it.
I mean, if I can like close it behind me before they can get out, then I'll do that. But I don't know, speed-wise.
Go ahead and act desperation. Try to do that.
Love? No. Vengeance? Yes. Am I sticking with my plan? My plan's kind of fallen by the wayside a little bit here.
You do get a +1 from frantic.
That's an 8.
8 total. Okay. You're able to kind of like get out the door, and you try pushing it, and Epifanio is just like they're up after that comment, but they're like there before you could even like get it closed, and they are going to because it swings out, they're gonna go forward and actually push the door into you, knocking you down. And you don't have your phone, but like your bag or whatever, anything you had on you gets like scattered across the floor, save for the key card because you had that in your hand.
Your gun goes flying.
What the fuck, Epifanio? Why are you doing this?
Cabron, you just tried to choke me out. Okay, I'm trying to help us.
You had me locked in a room watching some torture movie video. You think you know who I am? You think you know what my past is? You think you know what I'm doing here? You don't know anything.
Mira, that part wasn't me. That's kind of fucked up. Just look. I think you'll find that what we're doing is achieving the same goal. I just can't tell you yet until we get to the room because you're not gonna fucking believe anything.
Mira sort of looks around and not really seeing any sort of indication of here's how you would get out or here's how you would save Julian and get out. It's just like, fine. Let's see this great, unbelievable thing. Who knew there'd be something more unbelievable this night than Don Sebastian's lackey acting out?
Mírame. Keep your mouth talking. You're gonna get hit again. Come on, grab your shit. And they're gonna lead you to the same door that the others went to, like door at the end of the hallway. Which again, you see different hallways, but just they all kind of look the same.
Yeah, fine. I will go in.
And yeah, you are led down the hallway, and the others, you've been in this room for maybe like 3-5 minutes at this point. And have any of y'all done anything around this time? I don't think you've been able to hear any scuffles outside the door. There's just the people in the chairs again, table over the mouse.
I want to go around and take the tape off people's mouth. Like, what the hell are we all doing here? Who knows what? Spill. What's going on?
I would go in order of who can help us the most. You said Cristobal's here? He's formidable, I believe. Unless I think somebody else is more equipped, potentially, I would probably go to try to get him out.
Yeah, I'm also gonna try and help Samuel.
And as you're kind of like, they're tied to the chair with like ropes, like tightly knotted, but it's just like duct tape around their face. Everyone kind of exclaims in different ways as it catches any kind of hair. Samuel is like, so you rip off really hard. You see like some of the mustache come off. And everyone's like screaming expletives and shit. Just like, and Christabel is gonna look at you, Samuel, Sebastian, and just like, what the fuck is happening? Why are you here? Why aren't you tied up like us?
I don't know what's happening.
Oh no! Thank you, Don Sebastian, for taking the tape off of my mouth. I am so grateful that you're here to help. Is that what you meant? And then I'm just gonna slap him across the face.
Christabel's gonna look at you just
God,
like,
I love your guy so much. Oh God.
And I will strike out at someone.
I mean, sure.
Swoon, major
But
swoon.
he's very intense about it because he's just this like, it's Don Sebastian, right? And all this guy has is disrespect. No, not today. I've had it. Let's see. Am I making myself the center of attention? Absolutely. just slapping people because he can. And then, hold on. What are the other questions? Have I caught them off guard? Have they just wronged you?
Probably. I don't know about the wronging you.
They
but
haven't
definitely caught
wronged
off
me.
guard.
Definitely caught off guard.
You also get +1 from raging.
Yeah, because he's just angry. Just, paka! So it's a +3.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 6 and a 1 for a total of 10.
I rolled a 10 for pride. Just not letting it ruin the situation, but I'm proud. Yeah.
So you could either both give him condition and marking condition, or take something from him.
I'm going to avoid marking a condition.
Okay.
Angry enough to hit him, not angry enough to let him get under my skin.
This was gonna look at you like, pinche cabron, I'm tied the fuck up. I don't give a fuck who's saving me. I don't give a fuck who's not saving me. I just want to get the fuck out of here. And you are just this pinche little person, just like so rageful.
Yes,
be productive and help us get out of here. Cabron. And it looks like they're trying to stand up, but their feet are tied.
It's like,
to each other
I'm
as
the
well.
cabron? It sounds like right now you're the cabron. I'm the one that just slapped you like a little bitch. You want me to do it again? Or are you going to apologize to Don Sebastian?
I'm gonna try to calm him down. Like I'm just gonna.
I'm in the corner just blushing.
Hey! All right, look, Mira, we all want to get out of here. Okay. I'm just gonna try to calm you down. This is what makes the most sense right now. So it's just like, right now, the only thing that's important is getting out. All that matters right now. We're all the same right now. Okay?
Does anyone know why we're here?
Sonia hasn't said anything because it's just like what happened. And just like, no, no, not at all. I was driving to the set because I heard about the fire, and somebody put me in this car. They told me to get in the car, and they had a gun, so I got in the car. And then like Samuel pipes up was like just kind of like wanting. You could see that their shoulder is moving. They're trying to like rub their face where like the tape went off, and just same shit. I was at the office there. Then I heard the fire alarms, and I was running out, and then some dude stopped me. Fuck. Marcel, why can't you act like that when you're on set? God. Ugh. Do you all know what's happening?
No. So we were all just in the wrong place at the wrong time. That is incredibly hard to believe. Someone knows something.
This has been set up.
And as you are coming to this conclusion, you all hear the door open, and you see Ramira walk in, followed closely by Epifanio.
This is what you wanted me to see? I saw this on the camera already. What is wrong with you?
Epifanio just closes the door behind y'all and just like is actually kind of just like standing by the door at this point.
If he's not responding, I'm running over towards Julian and saying, What did they do to you? They locked me in a room. Do you know what's going on?
I have no idea, but they're not leaving. And I'm gonna run for Epifanio and just try and tackle him.
I will say they're inside and they locked the door behind them.
Oh, okay. I thought they were trying to leave.
Yeah. They didn't leave. They're in the room.
All right. Well, then I'll go like menace Epifanio in my very pretty dress. It's like, what the hell are we doing here?
So nobody knows why we all are here.
Just staring back and forth between Epifanio and Ramira. Back and forth. Just trying to process things.
Epifanio is gonna look at Julian's like, Mira, I'm just a chauffeur at this point. The real show. And they point behind you. And I didn't explain this room earlier, but like you were like from the camera angles, you see there's just like a big empty room.
Mm-hmm.
And the chairs are in the middle, but as you like further down the room, it looks like it's actually like a sound stage. And so there's like lights and everything set up. There's a big spotlight actually pointing. It was just pointing down the set a long time ago, but the whole time. And then as they point over, you see a lot of the other the lights point there. And as you all are looking, you all hear footsteps walking, and then mist seems to fill that stage back over there. And there you see a familiar woman to nearly all of you. It is one Livia Reyes. Hair long and curly and very, very pale, wearing just a stark white frilly dress. And they're going to stand there in the spotlight, covered in the mist, and just, oh, I'm so glad we have an audience now. It's so nice to see everyone. It's been years, right?
Mom?
Who are you?
Your mom?
Oh,
Just staring at Epifanio. I'm sad. Like, I just have this sad look on my face.
oh, Verenia, it's so nice to see you. I'm sorry I couldn't tell you earlier what was actually happening. But come here.
Sort of in a daze, almost like sleepwalking. She like walks closer and holds out her hand, like almost afraid to touch her. Like if she does, she's going to just like shatter and disappear. Well, you died. I at a funeral. I did so much for you because you were gone. What?
And they're going to actually reach out and take your hand. And it's very real. They don't disappear. And they kind of squeeze and it's like, I know. And they, with the other hand, like do like a thing like, I died. But how am I still here, right? I know you have a full funeral. But it wasn't my choice, obviously. You know, funny thing, when someone tries to actually kill you, it's very easy to fake your death. Something that the people here should know. Isn't that right, Samuel, Sonia, Cristobal, Sebastian?
Don Sebastian, did you try to kill this woman?
To her, I'm gonna, if I remember how this works out correctly, I'm gonna, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm gonna look at her and I'm gonna say, it's just like, I was looking out for you. I tried to help you.
I help, and they're gonna actually let go of your hand, Ramira, Sashvaranya. And you see that the other hand, now you're gonna see it closely. You see there's actually like their fingertips are actually very dark, like almost stained, and they're gonna start walking forward. It's like, by help, you mean telling everyone that I was too crazy for this show? By telling them that I should be kicked off for my own health? After Samuel hired me to try to make the scenes look so real, as if it was actual magic, and then refused to actually, pay me, telling the whole studio, the whole world on TV that I was just a crazy woman? Is that how you helped, Sebastian?
And the show was taking advantage of it, was taking its toll on you. I was only trying to do what I thought was best for everyone. And he's at a loss for words at that point. He doesn't know what to say.
For everyone. making it better for everyone, included driving my car off-road, leaving my daughter, pointing at Frenya, alone. Is that helping? Because I think I'm about ready to start helping you.
I'm going to get in between them and say, "Don't you touch a hair on his head."
Marcel,
Or what, Marcel? You see that she's actually, her hand, the one with the stains, is like getting closer to you. Is like, you know, no one told you about this, but I was hired to be cast in the show as a Bruna. Because in fact, I was. I studied all these things. And, you know, I really did make it real. And maybe that scared some, well, shitless. That's his own problems. And they actually touched one of their fingers to your cheek, and it's ice cold. So what are you gonna do, honey?
Mama, no, he's just confused. He wasn't. Marcel isn't a part of this.
Well, he's trying to make himself a part of it, honey. And you should know, vengeance runs deep in this family.
Staring at Ramira, and if any point she looks in my direction or looks at me, it's choked up, but it's I tried to find you. Wanted to make sure you were taken care of, and then just bouncing between her and Epifanio and the mom, and just looking around and just looking down and just not guilt, close to guilt. You feel bad. It's you know. And just absorbing this, and can't do or say anything. What am I gonna say?
You might have tried, but you failed. The only one who found me was... Mama, where's Pilar?
Oh, they don't like getting their hands dirty, which, you know, I understand. But, you know, they helped me get everyone here, which is so nice of them. So they didn't tell me. It was just important that I get everyone here and get you here so we could so we could be a family again.
I don't... What happens? What does that even mean? I spent so long trying to avenge you, and you were still around. You knew that I was still around, and you didn't come for me?
I'm going to spit out venomously. How could you abandon your own daughter? I'm gonna strike out with voice. Because F this cabrona. Like
Definitely not off guard.
oh no, definitely not off guard.
Technically you've been wronged and you have been striked out. I would say I don't think you're able to command the center of attention as much as they are.
No, she's so just +1.
+2. Because you get the +1 for striking out from the rage.
Oh yeah. Come on. Yes! 8!
8 total.
Yes, 8 total. After the bonus.
Okay, they're gonna spit out. You're gonna spit this out vehemently at them, and they're gonna look at you and just, things take time, and
I will
you.
take.
Zealous is good.
Yes.
And you have no right to talk to me like that. And with the same hand that's like their fingers are very cold, they are just gonna smack you to the ground.
Oh.
And now, Marcel, Rufio, if you prefer that, if you think the acting makes you more of a person, stay down.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fall to the ground and look up, my eyes watering, not from being upset, but from pain. It hurts that much.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna step in front of him, leave him alone. He didn't do anything to you. None of us did. Well, some of them did, but we have nothing to do with this. And if you wanted a family reunion, have you heard of email? You could pick up the phone. I don't know. You saw them being tormented. Why wouldn't you? Why the scheming? Why the planning? Why couldn't you just...
Because
I don't know.
These ones over here tried so hard to bury me in my history. I knew if I tried to make any public statements, they would just throw it to the ground. They would just bury it, because that's the kind of things that these actors, these just studio people, what they do.
It didn't have to be a big announcement. It could have been just a letter to your child.
See, they're gonna look at you, Virginia, and just like, I didn't know where you were, honey. It took me a long time to try to be able to get things in place. I had to, stay in hiding, change my identity to try even be able to get any of the resources together. And then out of the blue, I met our lovely benefactor Pilar. And then things just fell into place. I knew you wouldn't believe them if they just said I was alive. So took a note out of the book of these people and thought I'd make it just one big production.
Why would you make me a part of it once you met Pilar? I mean, those bodies, those people who died on set. That was you, right? You knew that I was there. You left your obituary for me to find. How could you do that to me? You're supposed to protect me.
The thing that needed to be done is that I needed to destroy this set to the ground. Destroy this show. Because as long as it lives, I cannot live comfortably. In fact, this part, and Livia is going to point to certain areas, and you all see, and there's actually cameras there. And they're going to see, I had some help, and this is being streamed directly to the channels. Streaming, I don't understand the social media. But this is all live. So everyone could see the injustices that these people brought.
Epifanio doing? I need to know. This is how this is literally how I do half my moves. What
Epifanio has kind
what's
of
his vibe?
he's walked forward from the door and is kind of standing near everyone. Their mostly calm demeanor has kind of changed. They are just a little shaken because they didn't expect it to like be like this. But they're close. They're actually kind of close to you.
To him, I would want to go. It's just like, how long has it been since she's reached out to you?
I mean, this was mostly through Pilar. I was told to help because Pilar said that they would help me find my actual mom is. Because I know they've been hiding it from me. They've been looking. And I know Pilar has those kind of resources. Sounds scary. I didn't think it was going to be a zombie situation.
I would approach him, take out my phone, just leave it open to whatever I was sending him last, and I would just motion to take his hand and put my phone in his hand and go, lee esto, read this. And I'm just gonna give it to him and let him deal with all that, and just now face a wall, because now I don't know who to look at, and it's gonna and just kind of go off for a second to deal.
They are going to scroll through the documents that they gave you, and you see their eyes get really, really wide and start squinting at the phone, and just kind of they're going to actually walk up to Samuel during all this and point at the phone and just gonna look at us is this true? This is no forgery. And Samuel's gonna kind of sat there kind of just mouth open blank, and they're gonna look at that and just nod to Epifanio. Epifanio is gonna throw the phone to the ground. And
it took me a long time to figure things out and to put things together, and then I couldn't find her, and I tried to do what was best.
This can't. Mira, she, pointing at Livia now, only had one kid. What do you mean? What do you mean? And I look at Livia, and it's you only had one kid, right? And Livia's face is now going to kind of soften, but not maybe because of confusion. Just I was due for twins, but was only told one made it. What do you mean?
I was trying to figure out what happened to you and trying to find your daughter. And I found out too late. And then I'm just gonna stare at Epifanio. I couldn't find Ramira, so I I did what I could to at least para que I'm sorry. I should have told you sooner, and to Ramira, it's like I didn't know. I understand how you feel about it and these people here. And to their mom, I'm just gonna say, it's just like, ellos necesitan estar aquí. They can go. Just let's just us talk about this, and you can make it a show. Para que todo vean, it's fine. It's okay. They don't have to be here.
Olivia is going to lower her hands and look at you, Verena, and going to look very softly at Epifanio and it's like, okay, you two need to go to the rooms down the hall or something. I will be there in a few moments.
Can I voluntarily mark a condition?
You have a meltdown?
Yeah.
Sure. If you just want to do like your meltdown / reveal a shocking truth in the same go, like mechanically, sure.
I think that Mira looks at her and says, or Verena rather, and says, "Oh, you don't need to make it a show anymore. Just come with us too, and we can be a family."
Yeah, I need to go through with this. Sure that they are hiding you. You have a brother. I have a son, and they were hiding them from me.
You didn't know you were. There was.
You don't talk. I will talk to you in a second. They're going to turn softly to Verena. It's like, I need to see this through.
I think that insisting on seeing this through counts as refusing me comfort. So, you may immediately reroll your plan move with them as the target.
Go on.
Well, that was a 10 on the dice, so I don't need more questions. I get 3 hold against them, and yeah, I think Ramira sort of stiffens up and looks at their mother and is just, why are you still living in the past? There's nothing there for us. There's sort of gestures towards Epifanio, like, we're here. All 3 of us are here now. This, whatever this vengeance plot is, you already have it. Everyone already knows everything that they've done. He, sort of pointing towards Don Sebastian, he substantiated it. He agrees. Mama, let's just leave.
they look at you and hear just the realness in your voice, the actual like the want to do this, and they're going to hold you, and even like you feel the other hand with the markings on it is just ice cold, but they're going to hold you and just, and yeah, I've spent so long for this. It's so hard to not just make sure I see justice for this. You know, you and Epifanio, I just guess. Can you, Alyssa, roll for me? I'm trying to find something that would work. I could think that maybe we could do the man what you deserve, technically.
Mhm.
So if you want to roll with those questions.
Am I offering something of value? I'm offering family.
I'll give you that.
And do they love me in this moment? I hope so. She's my mom.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing this, so.
Okay, that's an 8.
Okay, so the target of your demand chooses one. Let's see. I think they are going to still gripping your arms and just look at you and Berenia, don't worry. We will be a family. Just, you're not gonna leave. Just stay here with your brother. And they are going to let go of your hand. And Epifanio is gonna actually like reach over and grab your arm, like just like it's to pull you forward. And Livia is gonna storm towards Sebastian. And the hand where it's ice cold seems to be almost glowing a little bit. And they're gonna like, so doesn't matter that you tried to help Sebastian. You did more harm to me than you did good. So you are first.
I am going to struggle up and then run and smash into her and scream, "Run, Don Sebastian!"
I will need you to act with desperation.
Absolutely. Okay.
Dusty, look at the chat when you get a chance.
Am I doing this for love? Yes. Am I doing this for vengeance? Not really. Come on. Oh, what was that? Shift, Windows, and what was the other thing? Enter? Print screen?
Shift Windows S.
Okay. This is so cool. This is so awesome.
Right.
Awesome.
This is the game. I said a lot of stuff and I was muted. I was like, that's right. It's every Windows computer. It changes everything.
11.
11. All right.
11.
So you managed to get it. You hold it all together. Now I'm gonna go ahead and strike out at someone, and I'm gonna give you a +1 for this.
Okay. All right. Hold it together. Oh, now the actual hit happens. Okay.
Yeah,
Have I caught them off guard?
Yeah, they're very focused.
Okay. Have they wronged me? Well,
Technically,
yeah,
yes.
they just cracked me across the face. Okay, here we go. Oh, wish me luck. And then I have, what are my conditions again?
You get a +1 for rageful.
Oh shoot, I don't have 10. I got an 8 because I have zealous.
Okay. What's your strikeout at someone really quick?
My strikeout at someone is just go ahead and do the roll really quick. Excuse me. I rolled an 11, and then 11 minus 2 is 8, so I got a 9 on the last roll.
Okay.
So I don't think I got enough.
Well,
sorry, I don't want to cheat because I have
No.
or wait a minute, hold on. I have
zealous is -2 act.
I do have -2, yeah.
Okay, I will go ahead and I will let you still do the strikeout at someone. However, regardless, you are marking a condition.
Okay. No problem. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna roll to strike out at them, and then I think that gets canceled out because I have okay, I have +1 to strike out, so that's +3. And then I don't have anything that minuses me to strike out.
Mm-hmm.
I guess La Bella is the most dramatic playbook. 11.
Nice. So yeah, I think you finally marked your last condition, but also you knocked them to the ground, and you tell Don Sebastian to run, and everyone's gonna take this cue to try to run. You see that they Epifanio like untied Cristobal during this, and they untied the other two.
Sweet. So on an 11, so it says on a 10 plus, I can take something from them or avoid marking a condition, and I can't mark anymore because my conditions are all full.
Yeah, I mean, so basically, the act of striking out, you're marking the condition regardless. That was like the worst outcome.
Gotcha.
So like, if you want to take something from them, or if you just want to like keep them in place.
Yeah, I would like to take something from them.
Okay.
Their concentration on their spell.
Okay. Yeah.
From knocking them out, like they're just like she was super focused, and I went kapow, and then all of a sudden, like the glow starts to dim because I broke her concentration on whatever brujeria she was getting ready to cast on Don Sebastian.
Yeah, no, I think it's enough that you actually like knock her out.
I want to run and just grab Marcel, like by the shirt. Like, get up, get out of here.
Okay.
You have to leave.
I'm going to start to make out with them because I'm in the middle of a meltdown.
That's gross.
And I'm just gonna be like, Julian, I love you so much. I know that I've been holding it back, and I know I can be cold, but you mean everything to me, and I'm sorry. I keep messing up. Just after this, please stay with me. Promise me you'll stay with me.
Oh, Marcel, I've been messing up too. I'm so sorry. Of course I'll stay with you. I love you too.
And I'm going to like pick Julian up, like carry, and gonna try to run out of there before the Dusty, I don't know what else to do with this meltdown.
No, I think that's good. I think you're
Okay, all right.
good. Yeah. And
So
Sebastian?
did everybody run away? Everybody got out?
I think everyone's leaving. Yeah.
Can the camera slowly pan and reveal that I didn't?
Yeah, I think everyone is running out. Epifanio has grabbed Verenia's arm to follow them through to leave the door, and they're gonna be like saying like, "I got the keys. Just follow me." And yeah, the camera moves from the hallway to where Sebastian, where you are still there in front of an unconscious Livia.
Oh.
Muted.
Damn it. You would hear like old man noises and bones cracking as like he's like sit on the ground in front of her, and whether she's conscious or not, he would just talk to her. I didn't know, but I suspected. I didn't know that they had anything to do with what happened to you, but I just knew that it would have been better for you and your family that you weren't. And I know that I let my love for the show hurt you, and you hate me for that. And I understand. I'm sorry, and I know that I cannot give back the time that was taken from you and make everything better, but it doesn't have to be like this. And then just kind of like sit there and wait. When she gets up, whatever happens, and just sit there.
I will say the camera is going to kind of slowly zoom out from where you're sitting into outside the building. And we see that as everyone is finally made it outside of this building, you see it's actually surrounded by police cars. And running up to Julian is one Chewy, who runs up and tackle hugs you and just like, look, I got someone, they followed the plates. Are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay. Thank you for coming and saving us. And we're all Wait, where's Don Sebastian?
And I mean, the camera is going to follow the policemen that are running inside. And basically, a couple officers go to where Sebastian is. And they were told that there's a woman holding hostage. So they're going to handcuff Livia and escort Sebastian off site. And
if they were, while they were like arresting her, if they were like in any way, shape, or form like rough or like you know, just a little more forceful, that you'd see him as like, hey, you know, like him basically like tell him to chill out or something like that, but you would still feel that level of responsibility. Yeah. And then until everybody's gone, then you'd just kind of walk out in a daze.
Okay. And yeah, that you see the scene of the police basically carrying Livia actually into an ambulance first. Like there's still an officer in there, so looks like clearly they're taking them in. And the camera is gonna slowly pan out until it goes out into the clouds. And let's close this out with some final scenes for everyone. The rest of the season was canceled. Not the whole show was canceled. They're just not shooting for the rest of the season using what they got. What have you all been doing in the following weeks or months? Does anyone have a go, or I can just choose one?
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Sure.
Marcel has been openly going out on the town with Julian, like doing the couple thing, going to local pride celebrations, a big like paragraph long coming out post on Instagram during Pride Month, like getting involved in the community, like and just not caring whether or not they're going to fire him or not, maybe auditioning for other things, and really focusing on his career and Julian, and learning all he can from and apologizing a lot for his behavior with Don Sebastian now that it's he knows the full truth. Trying to repair his friendship with Ramira too. One night of cocktails at a time.
Beautiful.
I think Julian is also just really focusing in on his career, the relationship with Marcel. I think he has the talk with Juan, like, can we be friends? And I think they get into trouble every now and then. I think he like wing persons for Juan. Like, have you met my friend? He's a luchador. Like at the clubs and stuff. And I think that if Ramira agrees, he wants to turn the story into, because everyone saw this live stream, right? It probably got millions of views. It's dramatic as heck. So someone needs to write the movie. And I think Julian takes it upon themselves to start penning a script, and we'll show it to Don Sebastian and show it to Ramira and to Epifanio, and have Marcel do readings in their townhouse, like, oh, can you read this scene with me and see how it goes? So yeah.
Very, very good. Is that Juni?
You want to go or you want me to do it?
Either way.
Okay. Don Sebastian, like probably that very night, when he finally gets into a bed, he's just staring into the darkness, and it's just like full blown. I'm done. I'm finally. No more mana. I'm retiring. This is it. No more. And then like his timeline's probably bombarded with like clips of the dramatic things that the monologues that he did, and somebody taking that was meant to be genuinely serious, but like he's being nominated for dumb stuff, that like internet awards that shouldn't be happening, and he tries to take a back seat from everything, and the papers and everything that he tried to sign, that he signed and all that stuff, was giving him more of a, I would say, I won't say redefining his role, but becoming more of a producer type of situation, and that it would be revealed that he's been doing this for a long time, and through financial like property situations, a lot of stuff happening, he is able to financially take not a majority stake in the show, but this man got some money to throw into this show and call some shots. So whether or not he would be able to be a director, he's somebody who has more of a say than he would have ever wanted to. He would have been more of like, I'm an actor, I don't need to be involved in all this other stuff. But if he is, heaven help, if he is ever on set, because he will accidentally get back into scenes, whether it is like this, and then he does it anyway, or he writes a bit part for like a dumb like bartender that's supposed to be there for like 30 seconds, but then it's the most dramatic 30 seconds like ever, that it's like, yo, remember that one time? So it's whether he likes it or not, or intentionally or accidentally, he's still somehow making himself a part of it, because he just can't go. because my whole scheme was protection, and the one thing that could not die this whole season was the show. So the show does not die because according to the rules it can't. So it lives on. And Epifanio, aside from the dramatic other things, part of the documentation would have been me leaving a sizable portion of things in his name as my, like, quote unquote heir, which not everything, because he would have also known about other children that existed. So but essentially, because Epifanio would be the one that to know the most and would know how to do things like he would be almost like the like he would handle estate stuff, not like all his fortune or stuff would go to him, but he believed that Epifanio would carry things on and take care of the show, or take care of things the way he would take care of them. So whether or not he was related by blood, it was a matter of he took care of him because he felt he had to, and he was kind of like, he would be the next generation of that. Not an actor, but just handle it the way he would. And I don't know when he's gonna die, man. He just keeps going. He's gonna get progressively aggressively old. Like, it's just gonna be it's just like to the point where he's just getting older, and it's like, damn it, he just won't die. If you ever look back at this tape, every time you say somebody's gonna die, I do this. Oh, maybe today's the day. I finally get to retire. And nope. And that's how that goes.
And Alyssa.
I think that Renya's vlog is told in just flashes of scenes. We have them sitting down with Julian and finally revealing everything about their past, what they knew, the plan, anything that would, help this script get better. And also, they made a promise, and they do see Julian as a friend. And, wine nights or cocktail nights with Marcel, sort of rebuilding that broken trust, and even meeting with Don Sebastian to talk about the show, the future. Not quite an apology from Ramira for all that she's done to work against him, but I don't know, acknowledgement of what Don Sebastian did in those last minutes. And we have all of these scenes of reconciliation. And the last thing we see is Ramira studying, and she has a picture of Samuel, and she touches it, and her fingers slowly darken like her mother's, and the photo crumples to ash.
Yes. And as this kind of scene fades away, the credits are rolling, but we have kind of like the mid-credit cut, and you see that there's you see that a screen shows up, and we're actually seeing towards the end of the stream that was happening, and you see everyone running out, and Don Sebastian just kind of sitting down. And you see that there's actually a cut, and then you see a studio, and you see Samuel appear on screen. And this is he just decided to shave his whole mustache at this point, and he was like, well, thank you so much for watching this special unplanned finale for the season. He decided this, we decided to try a different format, and it ended up working out for us. So happy that everyone enjoyed it, and definitely catch us next year for season 20. We're going to see again. And then the camera's going to pan out, and you see someone watching this, and the camera is kind of focusing. You just hear their voice, and just Pilar, no matter how hard I try, I just can't ruin your plans. whatsoever. And you see like one of those Mission Impossible style face masks get thrown across the room, and the camera pans around, and you see first you see Pilar that y'all like recognize, like in a chair, kind of tied up. And the camera is going to focus on this person who looks slightly similar, same facial structure, longer dark hair, and they're just going to like twitch out and just like, no matter how many times I act like you, Pilar, it's just like, it's the worst. I get that we're siblings and all. I just have to ruin something else. And then actual cut. And that was In Fear and Love. Thank y'all so
Well
much
done.
for this journey. Absolutely wild. Again, you know what I said at the beginning of this episode where like notes thrown out the window? Again, notes thrown out the window.
Oh no!
But in the best way possible. This was so great. Again, thank you everyone for watching and joining us along this very chaotic telenovela. And really quickly, let's just do some quick outros just in case like people forgot who these wonderful players are. Kristina, who are you? Where can I find you really quick?
Hi everyone, my name is Kristina Sisto Kindle. I'm a writer, I'm a GM, I'm a role player. You can find me over on Twitter at B20xtina.
Beautiful. Hector?
Hi, I'm Hector Reyes. I am also a game writer, GM, facilitator, content creator. You can find me at KHYokami on Twitter and on Instagram.
Juni?
Hi, I'm Juni Ruiz. I'm a very nerdy dad, and I do a lot of things. But you can find me on Twitter at Juni Ruiz or on TikTok at Professor Juni. You can also find me at verynerdydad.com/links. Those are all my socials and fun stuff. And yeah, this was so much fun.
And last but not least, Alyssa.
Yeah, hi y'all. I'm Alyssa. You can find me on Twitter or on itch at A Disaster Queer. I do TTRPG performance and writing. But Dusty, what about you?
Yeah, you could find me at Dusty Hill. I GM, I'm performer. I write games. You can find everything at Dusty Hill. Are the lovely links that are going to be in the chat, probably on this side, that side, one of the sides. You'll find it. But that's going to be it for now. If you have any more questions or want to learn more what Gehenna Gaming does, you can join the Discord or visit gehennagaming.com. And again, thank you to the subscribers and patrons for joining us, following along this whole journey. And that's it for now.